going to start with a large bowl. We're going to have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. You can use self-rising. I use all-purpose because you can get unbleached all-purpose flour. And I used to could find self-rising, but I can't find it anymore. That was unbleached. So I'm using all-purpose unbleached flour, 2 cups. And we're gonna use a teaspoon, or a tablespoon, excuse me, of baking powder.
My sister first. Look, guys.
A tablespoon of baking powder. Mama, take it in there, please. And a teaspoon of salt.
She likes walking.
You have to be quiet. A teaspoon of salt. And then we're just going to take a fork, mix that around, mix it up good. And so I normally use buttermilk, but I am out of buttermilk. So you can use milk, no problem, and just put a little vinegar in it. So I use about a cup of milk, and then I'm just going to put a splash of apple cider vinegar in it. Let that sit for a couple minutes. And now we're going to put butter in it. You're going to cut approximately 2 tablespoons of butter into your flour mixture. Cut it in small pieces. And before you start all of this, turn your oven on and preheat it to 425. Okay, that's a little more than 2 tablespoons, but it's fine. Then you're going to take your hands and you're going to kind of break the butter up into the flour. You can use a pastry cutter. I don't have a pastry cutter, so just use my hands and it works great. And crumble it up in your flour mixture. Then once it's crumbled up good, you're gonna start putting milk in. Buttermilk or your curdled milk with vinegar. I don't recommend dumping it all at one time because it might be too much, might be too little. This will make approximately 7 to 8 good sized biscuits. I have a biscuit cutter. It's a good sized biscuit cutter. You can use a glass where you can make funny shaped biscuits with cookie cutters. Add more milk when you need it till your mixture turns into a ball of dough. I've gotten it a little wet, and so I'm going to add just a tad bit of flour. Clean your fork off. Okay, now we're gonna, I don't roll my dough out, I just pat it out. But we're gonna put our dough out and cut our biscuits. So you'll get a big pan, bread pan, and I just take a stick of butter and grease it. like so. And you're gonna get flour on your hands so your dough doesn't stick to them. You're gonna take your ball of dough and pat it around in the flour so it's not sticky on your hand. You can grab more flour. Gonna kind of knead it out, folding it over on top of itself. Keep flour under it so it doesn't stick to your surface. When you get it nice and smooth, you're gonna pat it out to approximately, I would say, 1/2 inch thick. Then you'll take your biscuit cutter or whatever you're using to cut your biscuits out and put them on your pan. They don't spread, they go up so you can put them close. Then take your dough scraps and pile them back together and knead them out again until they're smooth. Pat them out. Get some more biscuits. And then I think this would make a perfect size biscuit, so we're just going to kind of shape it into a biscuit. Put it on there. I've got 7 biscuits. I'll put them in the oven for 12 minutes on 425. And then I will turn it on broil until they're nice and golden brown on top. And then you have the perfect fluffy homemade biscuit. Thanks for watching today, you guys. Have a wonderful evening. So I just turned the oven on broil, so you'll have to keep a close eye on them or you will burn them. So we'll take a peek at them real fast. Here they are. They'll be golden brown in just a minute or two. And here are your perfect homemade fluffy, look how fluffy they are, biscuits. Let me see if I can get one open. Well, they're too hot, but thank y'all again for joining me, and I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Thanks. Bye.